What's going on, YouTube world? This is Prolifik, and this is my second installation to my vlog series. Thank you for joining me. Today's project, we have a commissioned request. We have a white denim, just regular white denim jacket for a child, as well as some white, all white Huaraches. So pretty blank canvas here. Something I like a lot. The request we're doing today is Disney's Moana. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, but Moana is the theme for today's project. So I'm gonna deal with a lot of colors. After Googling that movie, I seen that it's about a Hawaiian little girl and her adventures. But anyway, I figured this would be a perfect project to use tie-dye color with. Of course, I'm going to paint the characters from the movie on the jacket. Not sure if I can get the characters on the shoe. Maybe I'll be able to get the title on the shoe somewhere, just because there's more mesh than solid flat leather surface, so I'll have to use the shoes to play off of what I do on the jacket. The jacket has a bigger surface, especially with the back. So I'm definitely going to use tie-dye, preferably on the sleeves, maybe throughout the jacket in some places, but still keep some white in there. And then once the tie-dye dries, I'll paint the characters over top of the surface. Okay, so pardon the video being real skippy. A lot of this is just by experimentation, but as you can see, I started dyeing the Huaraches. I taped off the parts that I don't want touched. Since this is half leather and half mesh, I really played around with the mesh part of it. Basically just took a water bottle and really moistened the mesh up to where it could take in most of the dye and cover as much area as possible. Now we still have some white spots in there, but I think, you know, we can go back in and wet the surface up again and then add dye wherever applicable. So I left this one blank so we can really so you can see the process at hand. Like I said, this video is going to be real jumpy, just because I want to make sure this process works. Like every process that I use, I want to make sure it works. So, you know, don't worry about getting water on the inside of the shoe. It'll dry, obviously. But I'm just really focusing on shoelaces and all the mesh parts. Now the toe, I kind of stayed away from just because there's a waterproof sealant over it, so when you pour the water on the toe, it really, instead of soaking into the fabric, the water beads up and rolls right off. So until I find a way to counteract that, we're just going to focus on all the areas where the water does soak in. Get everything saturated. So I chose to stick with the blue and the pink. It's kind of like a red fuchsia color, but I think that's going to be the color scheme. And I actually played around with the jacket too. I tried dyeing that. Didn't get as much success with the deep coloring because the jacket itself was waterproof, so I really had to blot the dye on the jacket until the dye really sunk in. But as it dried, it looked really faded, but I think it gives it a nice texture altogether. And of course, it's going to look way different after I paint the characters on top of it. So maybe that's the texture we need for now. But I'm just going to squeeze the dye drops at a time in different areas of the shoe. Just leave certain portions blank. If you're working with 2 or more colors, you want to make sure you're using the colors sparingly so that you leave room to put other colors in. Now there's going to be points where the colors blend, and that's where the colors really lose their vibrancy. But it's cool because if you leave areas white, then that's where you give the colors the chance to be the most brightest. Yeah, so I really like this combination of colors. So yeah, I'm gonna continue on this dyeing process on the shoes, and then we'll hopefully we can either come up with another idea for the toe or just switch back to the jacket. So we got the toes dyed, not too shabby. Took the tape off, so got a nice good contrast between light and dark. I don't know if I want to do anything to the white yet. Still brainstorming. But for now, I'm going to get started on the jacket. And we're going to get to painting Moana on the back of it. Got the images and references ready, so let's go.
Don't do that, Peter.
Now I'm back on the shoes. What I did was I added paint in some of the empty areas on the shoe. Bits and pieces of pink and little aqua blue to coincide the jacket. As you saw before, the back is pretty much close to being done. I'm gonna add this big guy, Maui, I think his name is. I'm gonna add him here. Wasn't planning on it, but it's per request, so the client would like to see him on the front. But so far so good, right? I'm gonna keep banging these shoes out, and then add Maui on the front, and then we should be wrapped up pretty soon here. So that concludes my workshop. If you enjoyed everything, just like, comment. If you have a request, just correspond with the email that I'll leave in the description, prolifikasf.inquiries@gmail.com, or visit my website, prolifikasf.com, or prolifikasf.bigcartel.com.